This is a real interesting car, ladies and gentlemen, and obviously you've spotted that, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. Purchased new by Bob Senior when serving in Germany with the armed forces, and then later in the car's life it was passed on to Bob Jr. I think perhaps when Dad passed away. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's normally what happens, isn't it, really? Who then kept the car, had the car restored up, some light restoration work, and power steering as well. Look at that, which is nice. That's just one of a few things, power steering. I mean, the seats, there you go, seats are worth a small fortune. So yeah, so then passed on to the current owner in about 2003, who had a bit of fun with it, and then there was a period of layup, around 10-year period of layup, I think, when yeah, wives and, or wife should I say, bless, wife and children and life and everything else got in the way, and then back out again. But so only 3 owners in total, so father, son and the current. Toolkit, I can't think what goes in there. I think it's tyre pressure gauge or something, isn't it, there? But I'm sure you'll be able to find that. There's some original bits in here as well, and some cups and trophies, like steering wheel and so forth. Yeah, boot floor's all really good. Look, Jack's in there. Quite an exceptional little car. This way, fellas. There's a little bit of a rundown, and I put this in the window. This was an earlier information sheet that was in the paperwork, which gives the basic history of the car up until the current owner. So there's father and son in there, then current owner since 2003. I left that in there because it just gives the correct dates and so forth when the car was obviously purchased and changed hands from father to son and so forth. So have a quick look through that when you come down. I've already taken a load of photographs, 60 or 70 photographs of the car. It's had some, obviously some upgrades, but sympathetic and BMW upgrades, i.e. seats, steering wheel, wheels and so forth. So in keeping with the car itself, nothing too off the cuff, you know, nothing weird and wonderful, just nice things that have just put the mark on the car, which I think it looks ever so well. I think it looks lovely. I've photographed things like numbers on here, and obviously VIN numbers and so forth on there. Everywhere, really. Loads and loads of photographs for you. Now, just before I do sign off, oh, I thought I'd left it inside. I just want to show you some paperwork shortly. But you can see what we're talking about. A real, genuine, honest thing. Like I said, where do you find father, son and one private owner 320 BMWs nowadays? I just shut that door properly so you can see the gap is as it should be. There you go. And I suppose percentage wise, increase in value of this model, this era of BMW has seen a huge rise, hasn't it, in recent times, the last sort of 5-10 years. And interest in these, or this era of car, especially this BMW, is just continuing on and on and on. It really is. Now, this is what I wanted to show you quickly. I'm going to take it back in the office in a moment. Now, there's a full box of information there. Granted, lots of books and bits and pieces and reference books. There's some spare keys in there. There's a service book in there. There's the copy of that information of the car's earlier life in there as well. Just one point of talking here for argument's sake, but you'll look at all this when you come down. It's all in the office. There we are. There you are. Look at the stamps in there. Yeah, and that's nice to have, isn't it? So I'll keep all that in there with it. There's all sorts of bits and pieces. Look, photographs in there, handbooks, reference books, CD-ROM in there, you name it. There's all sorts. Now, you don't normally get a big tub like that, do you, with one of these? So that just gives you a bit of a feel for the type of ownership that the car's had, and the way it's been cared for. So it's here now on display. Please feel free to come down and have a look. When you do, be sure and go into the office and have a look through that vast amount of paperwork. You're not going to be able to cover every bit, but you'll be able to get a feel for it, won't you, when you come down, and go from there. Thank you.